It's been a while, y'all, but I got another Tubi movie review. Oh, what's another one, y'all? It's by Maverick Entertainment, so you know it was terrible. Okay, this movie was called Twisted Marriage, and y'all, it got devious real quick. So this movie was about two couples. They were all friends. Like the two guys were best friends and the two girls were best friends. And they would play basketball together, have game nights together, and they would, was just cool. They was two married couples who, hung out all the time and they was cool. I don't remember the characters' names, so we gonna name them Martin and Gina, Pam and Tommy. Okay. Okay, so Pam and Tommy was talking one night and they was like, oh, what if we, swapped husband and swapped wives for a weekend? So it was Pam and Tommy's idea. So they go over and see Martin and Gina and they're like, hey, what if we, flip flop for a weekend, an entire weekend? So at first Martin and Gina is like, I don't know, but then it's Tubi. So of course they agree to it. So the weekend comes, Pam spends the weekend with Martin and Gina spends the weekend with Tommy. Both couples immediately get to it. They waste no time. It's like both couples went straight to the bedroom. Like they didn't waste no time. No, hello, how are you? What's the rules? Let's set some ground rules. Both couples get straight to work. And then it's crazy because they get disrespectful real fast. The next day, Pam then woke up and gonna tell Martin that she want to go shopping, and he like, okay. He take this girl shopping. They walking around. I think they're in Atlanta. They walking around Atlanta and Lenox Mall holding hands. He done took her shopping. It's too much. Gina done woke up and cooked Tommy breakfast, bought him breakfast in bed, and so he talking about where your plate. And Gina talking about, oh, I like to watch my man eat. And he like, oh, I'm your man now. And she like, well, it's real. Like, I hate it all. I hate it. So then Tommy tell Gina, oh, what if we keep this going after this? And she like, no, it's supposed to be a one-time thing. And Tommy like, but what if it's not? And then Martin is over there telling Pam the same thing. Oh, what if we keep this going? And Pam like, I don't know. And then Martin like, but no, like, we can really keep it going. So in true Tubi fashion, they continue to smash each other's spouses for the next 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. They sneaking around, smashing each other's spouses. So now Martin telling Pam that he love her and they need to divorce their spouses and they need to get together. And then Tommy telling Gina the same thing, how he love her and he know that she love him and they need to divorce their spouses and they need to get together. So one day after Tommy and Gina's little rendezvous, they go to Tommy's house and they find Martin in the bed with Pam. And they like, oh, what's going on? Oh, confrontation. Oh. So then the next scene, everybody in the living room fully clothed talking. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? How long has this been going on? Oh, y'all been sleeping together for 6 months. Oh, well, we've also been sleeping together for 6 months. Well, what are we supposed to do? Because we're friends and we don't want it to be weird. What do we do? And literally, they're like, well, and then they just swap wives. Like, literally, they're like, okay, well, we'll just swap wives. And we'll live happily ever after. That's how the movie ended. Now time for my critiques. So besides the storyline being absolutely nuts, the acting in this movie, not the worst I've seen. It wasn't good though. It was not good acting, but it is not the worst. It's not the worst I've seen. Okay. The intimate scenes were so cringe. Like, I had to turn my head away and kind of skip through a lot of them because they were so cringe. Like, they were not good. It gave very much dry. Oh, it just, the first intimate scene was so cringe. Oh my God. I literally screamed like, ah, ah, because it was so cringe. Ooh, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Now, one good thing about this movie, one of the main characters was a light-skinned fella who was, you know, kind of attractive. Now, I don't know what's gotten into me. Um, Light skins are having a time in my life right now. I don't know what's going on, but that yellow fella, he was he was cute. Okay. The audio was terrible. It was too loud at times. One person would be talking and they audio would be like loud like that, and then the other person's audio it'd be real quiet where you can barely hear them like this. The audio was terrible. Sometimes the audio didn't match up with like their lips, so they would be talking and the audio like would be lagging. The audio was bad. My two biggest complaints about this movie: there was entirely too much footage of them just like going through and living life with just music playing over. Nobody talking. It's just this loud ass music playing and we're watching them work out, play basketball. Like it was way too much of that. It like B-roll. Way too much B-roll. Like I was having to skip through a lot of that cuz it's like why is this is not relevant to the movie? This is fluff. So I had to fast forward through a lot of scenes like that. It was way too much. And then they would be using like the same songs over and over again. Oh God, it was awful. My second biggest complaint about this movie, ooh, y'all just got through eating a sandwich. It's crumbs everywhere. My second complaint about this movie is the cameraman. I don't know if the cameraman was only 3 foot tall and that's why we just kept getting the shot of like their waist down. I don't understand that. And then in a lot of the shots, like their heads would be cut out of it. It would just get like from their chest down. And it's like, okay, can we angle the camera up? Can we lift it up? Can we get maybe a taller person to record? I didn't understand that. And then we would like be randomly zoomed in on their faces. Like the camera would be this close and this is how they would shoot the scene. And the camera's this close. Even when they wasn't talking, they would have the camera like this and, panning slowly. And it's like, why am I in their mouth? Why am I in their nostril? Back the camera up. In one of the scenes where they was in the mall, like they panned the camera up like from their feet and then stopped right on like old boy's crotch. It's like, what is this OnlyFans? What's happening right now? Also, the lighting was off at times, but not enough for me to complain. The audio and the cameraman were my two biggest. Ooh, not the audio, but you know what I'm saying. Them playing music over scenes. And it's like, y'all don't understand how long. Like, it was legit like 5 minutes of no one talking. Them just like playing basketball or doing whatever and then music playing over it. It's like what is happening right now? So overall, I'm going to give that movie a 5.5. 5.5. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. But I was able to sit through the whole thing. Add my own little commentary while I was watching it, which made that entertaining for me. So I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5.6. 5.6. So y'all go get you a bottle of wine and sit back and enjoy a Twisted Marriage on Tubi.